Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to talk about the book Enchanté 2 and the lesson is Voici. So let's get started. So we are going to talk about lesson number 2 from the book Enchanté 2, and in this first we are going to translate the chapter and then we are going to talk about the grammar portions and exercises and everything of this chapter. So let's get started. C'est Gabriel, this is Gabriel. Il est américain, he is American. Il est gros, he is fat. Il porte un cartable sur le dos. He is wearing a bag on the back. Cartable is bag and dos is back. Il porte une casquette jaune. He is wearing a cap and jaune is yellow. So name of the adjectives, the colors of adjectives we always write after the noun. Il y a un livre, there is a book, dans sa main, in his hand. Main is hand. Il est souriant, he is smiling. As you can see in the picture, he is smiling. The picture is black and white, so we cannot see the colors, but I'm just explaining everything in the text. Now, let's see what we have in the next picture. C'est Victoria, this is Victoria. Elle est anglaise, she is British. Elle est jeune, she is young. Elle a les cheveux bruns, she has brown hair. Elle porte de grandes lunettes, she is wearing big glasses. Elle est heureuse, she is happy. Now in this line you have to observe one thing. Whenever we are writing the adjectives before the noun, lunette is a noun and grande is the adjective. Whenever we are writing the adjective before the noun and it is in plural form, this des becomes de. So instead of writing des, we are writing de. So you have to be careful with this. So let's move on to the next. Now, c'est Maria. This is Maria. Elle est italienne. She is Italian. Elle porte un joli collant. She is wearing a pretty tights. That with stockings. Collant is stockings or tights we can say. Elle est petite. She is small. Elle a les cheveux frisés. She has curly hair. Elle a le visage rond. She has a round face. Elle est belle. She is beautiful. C'est André. This is André. Il est français. He is French. Il a un petit nez. He has a small nose. Now you can see that petit we are writing before nose, so we write it before. Il a de petits yeux. He has small eyes. Again we are writing adjective before eyes, means small, before eyes. So des is de. Il a les cheveux bruns. He has brown hair. Il a une racket. He has a racket. Now we have this questions and answers. Let's discuss about it. The first question is Andre a. Andre has. What he has? He has une racket. He was having a racket in his hand. Next is les cheveux de Victoria sont. How are the hair of Victoria? And the answer is brun. These are the two answers. Let's move on to the next. Gabriel est. Gabriel is. And the options are gros, souriant, fat and smiling, petit, souriant, small and smiling, français is French, or Italien is Italian. So the correct answer is gros, souriant. He was fat and he was smiling. Fourth is Maria est. Maria is petite, indien, petite, Italien, laid, gros, Italian. So the correct answer is petite, Italian. This is the correct answer. Now let's move on to the next question. Now in question number 2, we have to write down the nationality. The Maria. The means of. Dites le nationalité. Write the nationality. The Maria of Maria. L.A. What was the nationality of Maria? It was Italian. D'Andre of Henri, what was the nationality of him? It was a process. The Gabrielle, a il est American, was American, and the Victoria, L.A. Tongless. If it is feminine, we have to write down E at the end. If it is masculine, there is no E at the end. Now let's move on to the next question. For exercise 3, I have left one link in the description box. You can go and watch my another video that I have uploaded in shorts. Okay, now let's move on to the next. Here we have les parties du corps is body parts. This you can learn from the word and meaning sections. Every word and meaning is there in the word and meaning section, and you can see by the arrow also. Here we have the parts of face. Let's move on to the grammar portion. Here is the grammar of adjective that we have to be very, very careful. In the last class, we have learned some adjectives, but in this chapter, we are going to talk about the adjectives that we use before the noun and that we use after the noun. La position des adjectifs, the position of adjectives. This is noun, and the short descriptive adjectives are placed before the noun. Other adjectives such as of, colors, nationalities, and forms are placed after the noun. So you have to be very, very careful that colors, shapes, and nationalities are always after. Okay, and there are a very few adjectives that we use before, and we can recall it by the name bags. Bags means beauty. We can talk about beauty. Beau means beautiful. Jolie means pretty. Belle means also beautiful. Laid is ugly, etc. Age. So when we talk about new, old, every adjective comes in this category. Vieux means old. Jeune is young. Nouveau is new. Ancien means ancient. Now here is goodness and badness. Bon is good. Meilleur is best. Mauvais, bad. Gentil is kind. Vrai means true. Faux is false. Sizes. Grand means big or tall. Petit, small or short. Gros means fat. Mince means thin or slim. Haut means high. Bas means low. So these are the adjectives that we use before. And the adjectives of colors, shapes, and nationalities that is written here, we write it always after the noun. Now, for example, c'est un nouveau bâtiment and elle a un petit enfant. So, nouveau we are writing before bâtiment and petit we are writing before enfant. So, we write it before. In plural sentences, when the adjective is placed before the noun, they changes to de or d apostrophe in front of the vowel. That I have already explained you while reading the text, that whenever we are writing, whenever we are converting the sentences into plural form, generally we get the questions of converting the sentence into plural form. Or if we have to add the adjectives in the sentence, sometimes we get the question, this adjective is written here in the bracket and we have to adjust the adjective in the sentence. So if it is in plural form, this des becomes de or d apostrophe. This des, if you write it like this, it is wrong. We have to write it de. So, ce sont des nouveaux bâtiments. This is the wrong sentence. Correct sentence is ce sont de nouveaux bâtiments. Next is the sentence is j'ai un gros livre. J'ai des gros livres. That is wrong. Correct answer is j'ai de gros livres. So we have to write down de instead of des. This will be wrong. Okay. So let's move on to the next topics. Let's see what we have. Two adjectives which are placed after the noun are. These are colors, nationalities, and shapes. Example, c'est une voiture rouge. This is a red car. So color we are writing after. C'est un nom italien. Italian we are using after. Elle a le visage ronde. To shape, round, we are writing after. So these are the things that you have to keep in your mind. Next is adjectives of colors agree with the number and gender of the noun they qualify. However, the following adjectives always remains invariable. Orange and marron. These are two colors, orange and you can say brown or maroon. These two colors remains the same. Means when we are writing a feminine word, means feminine sentence, we don't add extra e or e here. So if we are writing feminine form, orange, masculine form, and orange feminine form remains the same. And marron, it remains the same. We don't add extra e after this. If you're writing e for feminine form, it will be wrong. So it will remain the same if the sentence is masculine, if the sentence is feminine, if the sentence is plural. So it always remains the same. This is the spelling that it has. Now we have two verbs here. We all have done year ending verbs, and the endings for year ending verbs are e, ese, ons, ez, ent. We have the same endings, but in these two verbs we have some exceptions that we have to be careful with. What are the exceptions? Exceptions are with nu and vu. Here also nu and vu. So always remember that whenever in year ending verb we have exception. So this infinitive form, this is called the infinitive form. Sometimes in our comprehension, we get the question, write down the infinitive form of this verb. We get the conjugated form and we have to write down the infinitive form. So the nu and vu forms remains as we have the infinitive form. For example, in this we have single t. So nu, jato, vu, jate, we have single t. In rest of the forms, we have double t. And if I talk about the pronunciation of all these remains the same. This last ENT we don't pronounce. Only nu and vu we have a different pronunciation. It is je jette, tu jettes, il jette, nous jetons, vous jetez, il jette, elle jette. Same with appelé verb. In this nu and vu form we have single L. In rest of the forms we have double L. J'appelle, tu appelles, ils appellent, elle appelle, nous appelons, vous appelez, ils s'appellent, elles s'appellent. And I want to tell you one more thing. This is appeler, the verb appeler. And one verb we have that is s'appeler. It means call oneself. What is the difference in these two verbs? This verb is a pronominal verb. Okay. In this, whenever the action is being done on oneself, it means like je m'appelle, I call myself Neha, or my name is Neha. But this means when we are calling someone, mean j'appelle Rohan, I'm calling Rohan over the phone, or if I'm calling him by his name. This is the difference in between these two verbs. This means to tell the name of someone. This means to call someone. Okay. Now let's move on to the next topic. Let's see what we have. Next we have words and meanings, and all the body parts are here. The body means the parts of a face and the body parts. So you can learn it from here and you can fill it here. Now, next question. Let's see what we have in this, and we're going to talk about the answers of this. Dire les nationalités. Tell the nationality. J'habite en Inde. I live in India. Je suis. I am. I-N-D-I-E-N-N-E. If I am feminine. But you have to write down I-N-D-I-E-N if a male person is talking about it. Jennifer habite en Angleterre. L-A. He is. Jennifer lives in England. So he is Anglaise. Before Jennifer is a girl and it is L. L is written here. Pronom sujet. Subject pronoun is L. So answer is Anglaise. Joseph et Robert. So we are talking about two persons. Joseph et Robert sont d'Italie. Robert and Joseph are from Italy. Ils sont. They are. So we will write Italien. Next is nous habitons au Japon. We live in Japan. Nous sommes japonais if we are talking about male, and es if we are talking about feminines. Tu es de la France. You are from the France. Tu es, we will write français, or we can write e if we're talking about feminine. Next is elle habite aux États-Unis. They lives in United States. Elles sont, they are. They are Americans. Because we're talking about they in feminine form, so we have to write down the nationality in feminine form. Let's move on. Now, we have these sentences, means jumbled up sentences, and we have to frame a sentence for this. The first answer is j'ai un cou long. I have a long neck. Next is Monique va en Inde. Monique is going to India. Third answer is il a les yeux bleus. He has blue eyes. And last is Maria a un visage rond. Maria has round face. So these are the answers of this. Let's move on to the next one. Next, we have décrire ces personnes. We have to describe this person. Okay, so let's write about this person. Le garçon a des chevaux noirs. Chevaux. He has black hair. Il est gros. Il faut chemise bleu. You can write the color according to you. They short orange. Orange will remain the same. Will not convert it into plural form because this is invariable. And we can write that he's wearing a green bag. Take the chapeau jaune. He's wearing a yellow cap. Il est souriant. And write il est petit. So these are the answers that you can learn, that you can write in your notebook. Let's move on to the next one. Let's see what we have. Now we have to describe this girl also. Okay, let's write some lines about her. We can write la fille est blonde. She's tall. And we have to write it down blonde in feminine form because now we are talking about a girl. Elle a des cheveux bruns et longs. Elle porte une jupe voilette, chaussures voilette. Elle porte des lunettes. And we can write elle est jolie, or we can write elle est belle. And elle est souriante. She is smiling. This is how we can write down the lines about a girl. Now let's move on to the next question. Let's see what we have. Now, mettez l'adjectif à la place confortable. So we have to frame sentences where we have to adjust these adjectives in the sentence. For doing this exercise, you all should know that where we have to use the adjective. As we have discussed in the grammar portion that some of the adjectives we place before the noun and some of the adjectives we place after the noun. So we have to be very, very careful about it. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm writing here that colors, shapes, and nationalities are always after. And there are short descriptive adjectives. I think in this book we have just 10 or 15, between 10 to 15 that we use before. Okay. And one thing that we have to be careful, if the adjective is in plural form, so we in plural, so DES will change into DE or D apostrophe. Now let's see. We might get some examples in this text. So the first is Elle choisit une joue, and the adjective is rose, is pink. So name of the colors we always write after. So the answer will be Elle choisit une joue, and then we will write rose. So we're writing it after. Next we have beau. C'est un appartement beau. And the answer for this is c'est un bel appartement. Now for this beau, we have 4 terms. I'm writing it here. Then if we have vowel after this, vowel or H, and the masculine form is V-E-A-U, feminine form is V-E-L-L-E, and plural form is V-E-A-U-X, and the plural form of bell is B-E-L-L-E-S, bell. So you have to be careful with this bell. This we use if the word after this is beginning with the vowel or H. Use some of the adjectives we are writing here. So it will be convenient for you. You can make notes of it. You can write down it in your notebook. It will be very, very helpful for you. Next. Il a des crayons. And we have noir. Again, we have the color. And the color, shapes, nationalities we write after. So it will be il a and then des crayons noir. So noir, we have to convert in plural form because crayon is in masculine plural form. Next is gray. Answer for this will be ce sont des. If we are missing accent, we'll lose our marks. So we have to be careful with the accents. So it will be DES because we are writing gray before. And then this is the answer for this. In plural sentences, it is written here. If the adjective is in plural form, we are writing the adjective in plural form because this is in plural form. So we have to write down ES also here. This is in feminine plural form, so this has to be in feminine plural form, and we are writing it before the response. The adjective is before the response, so the ES will be DE. Let's see again. Color will be after. So answer is la table est bronze. Okay. La table est noire. La table est grande. So grande always we write before, and noir we write after. So we have to add and in this. The table est noir et grande. This will be the correct answer for this. And next we have 2 adjectives that we have to adjust. It will be la petite fille and the N is intelligent. This is the answer. Next is beau and jaune. So beau we write before and jaune is color that we write after. So it will be set in belle fleur jaune. This is a beautiful yellow flower. These are the answers for this. I hope you have noted down the answers. Let's move on to the next exercise. Let's see what we have. The next exercise is conjugate les verbes au présent. We have to conjugate these verbs in the present tense, and the verbs are written here. We have to write these verbs here. Before we write the verbs here, we have to know the meanings of these verbs. So here I'm writing the meanings of this verb. Jeter means to throw. Parler means to speak. Finir means to finish. Avoir means to have. Rappel means to recall. Now, no dash le ballon. We are throwing the ball. So answer will be jetons. With no and wo we have single T as we have got the infinitive form. Pierre parle. Assam mein Pierre is talking to his mother. Rita dash. Rita is finishing her work. Boo dash. You have a good position. Il dash. Rappel. He is recalling his name. So these are the answers for this. And this was the chapter number 2 from the book Enchanté 2. Soon I'm going to upload the next chapter. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, keep learning, keep watching my channel. Thanks all for watching. See you in the next video. Bye everyone.